When we talk about World War II survival, most people jump straight to combat stories, but the real battlefield for millions was the home front. Families cut off from supply lines, communities isolated for months, and entire regions forced to survive on whatever they could secure through intelligence, resourcefulness, and relationships. Before we go deeper, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the kind of research-driven survival history that keeps these lessons alive. What you're about to hear isn't theory. These are documented methods used in actual siege zones, occupation zones, and remote settlements that were pushed beyond anything we deal with today. If you're a historian or a survivalist, these are the kinds of insights that actually matter, because they reveal what people really did when every official system collapsed and only human ingenuity kept families alive. Let's get right into it. The first secret is that bartering ran on trust long before it ran on goods. A practical step is participating in local producer markets, not to shop, but to know who actually makes what, who keeps their word, and who has long-term value during a crisis. World War II families survived because they cultivated trust in normal times so they could cash it in during impossible times. The second secret is that, well, skills had far more value than stockpiles. As a modern survivalist application, pick one skill that is durable, uses minimal tools, and provides immediate value. Something like blade sharpening, basic mechanical repair, or herbal first aid. In a crisis, you'll be trading the results of your hands, not the last jars on your shelf. The third secret is that alcohol functioned as a universal medium of exchange, even in strict ration zones. Today, you can apply this by learning small batch preservation skills. Anything that creates something stable, tradable, and replicable. Even if you don't drink, understanding the basics of fermentation gives you bargaining power that goes far beyond beverages. The fourth secret is that people bartered for information just as much as they did for food. In areas controlled by shifting armies, the right piece of intel, knowing which road was safe, which officers were corrupt, which patrols passed through when, could mean the difference between survival and disappearance. Diaries from the French Maquis show that families traded shelter, bread or medical supplies for a single reliable warning about upcoming raids. So, to apply this now, it's really important to build situational awareness habits. Learn how to map local patterns, track community changes, and, verify news from multiple sources. Information was life during the Second World War, and honestly, it still is. The fifth secret is that small divisible items actually held more barter power than large valuable ones. During the Netherlands hunger winter, a sack of potatoes was certainly useful, but individual potatoes traded one at a time kept families going far longer. Broken down items were just easier to trade consistently. Modern preppers often focus on bulk storage, but, history actually favours the opposite. A large variety of small items like seeds, spices, candles, matches or medical sachets. You can apply this by breaking your supplies into trade-ready quantities rather than keeping everything in bulk containers. The sixth secret is that clothing repair materials became, honestly, more valuable than new clothing. New garments were rare, but thread, needles and patches circulated constantly in barter networks from Norway to Greece. People weren't looking for new trousers. They only needed a way to make old ones last another season. If you want a practical takeaway, store basic textile repair materials and learn the core stitches. Back in World War II, a needle could be worth more than a week's ration allowance. And you know, it's still one of the cheapest survival assets you can accumulate today. The seventh secret is that bartering often took place after dark, in neutral houses or through intermediaries. This wasn't because people were being dramatic. It was because bartering could get you arrested, or worse. In occupied zones, visibility meant vulnerability. Using runners, children, or elderly community members as barter intermediaries reduced the risk. The lesson for modern survivalists is understanding operational security. When systems break down, broadcasting your supplies becomes a liability. A practical modern step is learning how to conduct exchanges discreetly within your trusted network without advertising your inventory. The eighth secret is that the most powerful barter item was something nearly everyone underestimated: warmth. Fuel, fire starters, scraps of dry wood, and even tightly rolled bundles of paper carried extraordinary value in places like the Warsaw Ghetto and the Carpathian villages caught between armies. Entire trades were built around keeping children warm through winter nights. If you want a practical way to apply this now, diversify your heating options. Learn multiple fire-starting methods. Stock materials that stay dry and light easily. In World War II, a few minutes of heat could be traded for a full day of food. These 8 barter secrets didn't just help people survive the war. They kept families alive when every formal system collapsed. If you want more historically grounded survival strategies, make sure you subscribe to the channel, share this guide with someone who appreciates real history, and help preserve these lessons for the next generation of serious history enthusiasts.